Hey there, welcome to another edition of Comic Book Geezers. I am Pete.
And I'm Wild Bill, the Unknown Comic. Thanks for joining us for another Halloween special in Comic Book Geezers tonight. We're doing Werewolf by Night.
Yes, one of our favorites. I know we say that all the time. We just talked about recently about Man-Thing being one of our favorites, but truly, for me anyway, I'm a big werewolf guy. I love the Lon Chaney werewolf movies. Anything werewolf related, I love.
Horror theme, it's up my alley too.
American Werewolf in London, you name it. So when we were kids, and Marvel decided to do a werewolf comic, I was in.
Yeah,
you were in, right?
Oh yeah.
So when did he first appear? So we're going back to like
1972.
72, right? So
he appeared in Marvel Spotlight. Of course, he didn't have his own title at the time.
Marvel Spotlight was exactly what it was. It was a spotlight to feature new characters.
Come in and see how it test the waters.
Right, so we had the first issue was actually Red Wolf, not a werewolf character, but a Western kind of character. And then in issue number 2, you have Werewolf by Night, Jack Russell.
Jack Russell is the man's name, the character's name.
Early 20s, I would say, his character.
Yeah,
was,
mid-20s, right? Something like that.
And he gets, his father was also a werewolf, I believe.
Yeah, and he has a sister as well.
Yes.
This is my oldest Werewolf by Night. This came out prior to the series.
Recognize that artist, folks?
Marvel Spotlight.
Bill, tell them who the artist is.
Mike Plug, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Good stuff.
So this debuted prior to him getting his own title, and here we are.
Number 4.
This was the last appearance before he gets his own title, correct?
This is the last one. So, and then who follows him? But of course,
Ghost Rider,
and then Son of Satan, so on and so forth. So then he gets his own title. People love this.
Popularity took off from these books, and then they give him his own title, Werewolf by Night. It's no longer Marvel Spotlight.
The first one. Again, Plug did a number of I believe the first 10 or so. We'll factualize that.
But again, Mike Plug with the horror theme is just untouchable.
So here was the first one I ever bought.
Good.
I actually bought this from the stands. I was a kid, but unfortunately, this is not my original issue. My original issue was in tatters.
Beat up, huh? Read many times.
Yeah, when I started recollecting again, in the early 2000s, I was, I wanted to fill all the holes that I had in the Werewolf by Night series.
Cleaner copy.
And my number 2 just was rips all over the place. The cover was off. Yeah, it was just not good. So I said, I'm just going to go out and buy it again. And
when you're a collector, man, those bad comics kind of, get on your nerves.
Look at this Plug cover, folks.
Nice cover, man. Nice acquisition on the redo of
I had
to, man.
Yeah, I had
nice
to.
Job.
I was like, you know what? The other one was
man.
just a mess. I mean, just look at these Plug covers. Look at this. This is just... And again, he captures that. I mean, that's a werewolf, guys. That is a werewolf. Look at these.
Nice work.
Yeah, that's a werewolf.
I think what Pete's going to show you right now is my oldest Werewolf by Night. This is issue number 5. It's a great copy.
Yeah.
How ironic, one werewolf being attacked by other dogs.
Yep.
Supposed to be cousins, bro. What's going on?
Carnival of Fear.
I love this cover.
Yeah, this is another great one.
Yeah, I have this issue too. And this one as well that Pete's going to show you, I picked up at a flea market last year. Great cover. Action.
Yeah. You can get these, they're fairly affordable.
Look at this cover. I need this one.
This is
beautiful.
Yeah,
Look at
words
this.
Can't describe exactly how cool that is.
That's hot.
Krog.
Paris up in here?
That's
hot, Paris.
Krog. Wasn't Krog on one of those?
Show it to them.
Yeah, but I want you to look at see if you remember it. So Krog was the name of one of the creatures on one of the monster comics you showed in our last episode.
Okay.
You'll have to go check that out, but I remember that name, Krog. But again, very cool Mike Plug cover. So we're at issue 9, and
what
all
Pete's
of a sudden,
about to show you was my first and only Werewolf by Night in my collection until I started buying again last year, and I just love this cover. This is great.
It's not Mike Plug anymore, but he's like the Scarecrow guy, right?
Yeah, but it's great how he's grabbing the werewolf's feet
from underneath.
It's like, come back here. This is a great cover. I love this one. This one I don't have.
Of course, there's his sister. There's Mr. Russell's sister there.
Yeah.
Jack, do you know me?
Don't eat me. Don't tear me to shreds. This one I just recently acquired in May at a Comic-Con. Pete and I were going to cons. Great cover, man.
Yeah.
Even though it's not Mike Plug, it's really good artwork. I like that one.
I believe Don Heck was doing some of the...
Now well, no, this isn't the one I've seen. There's another one where it's kind of like in the back seat of a cop car, and I saw it, but it was in really, really bad shape. And I think it's Adventures into Fear. I don't think it's Werewolf by Night, but it's a werewolf in the back. It's gonna be.
And wait, guess who's back, folks?
Mike Plug.
Mr. Plug is back.
This one I have. This is nice.
This is a in fact, I made this. This was my my wallpaper on my cell phone for quite a few months recently.
It's a good one. I like that.
As is this one. So Plug is back for a few issues here, which was a very welcome sight.
Yes, I have this one as well. And then this next one is even better because we have a crossover here with a fight between the werewolf and Dracula.
Yes. And
then the story continues in Tomb of Dracula.
Yeah,
which I have cool. Also. But yeah, that's definitely cool when Marvel's doing those crossover things.
And why not bring another famous monster character in, right? How about the Hunchback of Notre Dame?
Oh, look at that, man.
Plug did a great job in this one.
Look at the arms on the Hunchback,
dude.
Yeah. And that dagger, that's like that serpent snake, the Kirby dagger. That's awesome, man. I've never seen that book before.
And here we have...
That's really nice.
Behold the Behemoth, which almost looks like the Colossus. All right.
Yeah, he does.
Doesn't he?
Kind of. Yeah.
Crashing through the wall.
It's almost the same color and everything, but he's not as big. Colossus is like as big as like a 5-story building.
War of the Werewolves. This almost reminds me of War of the Gargantuas, the old Toho monster movie with the green Gargantua versus the.
I think I have this issue
one,
as well. Yeah, this is a great issue. I have this one, and then I have a little bit of a gap. I think I'll know as you flip through.
And look who's back. We got more vampires.
I do not have this one.
Yeah, that's very cool.
On my need to get list.
The monster breaks free.
Look at that, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Definitely great artwork.
More werewolves. It's just very, very cool stuff here.
All right. Show me more.
Show you
Let's
more.
Go. I'll get these out of the way.
The face of the Fiend.
The Fiend.
Look at that.
I'm the Fiend. I do want a character called the Fiend. So
that's Bill right there.
I hope I don't get sued. My Fiend character was comic book inspired. He's not human. He's not from this earth.
So what are we up to? 24? Battling the Brute. Look at this.
Definitely cool. Number 25.
Number 25, The Eclipse of Evil.
Look at that. That's nice.
Yeah.
This looks cool too.
This is cool. So now, it's this actually... this comic actually started right around this time. Started to get really bizarre. Like the storylines got a lot of like real supernatural stuff.
Far-fetched, huh?
Yeah, like wizards.
Oh, look at that cover, man!
Isn't that pretty wild?
I like it. Go out and go as far-fetched as you want. I like that cover, man.
So this whole storyline ran for a bunch of
issues. This one I have.
Dr. Glitter Knight, who was this kind of like supernatural, like a magician.
This was a weird story.
It was really weird. It just started getting really weird here, and it ran for quite a few issues.
Yeah,
but it was still cool.
This, I think, is my last issue of Werewolf by Night in my collection.
So that's what we're
number 30, right?
So up to 31.
Then you're gonna notice a gap.
Yeah,
Pete's gonna tell you why.
So
no 32.
31. I don't have number 32. You know why I don't have number 32? Because it's the first ever appearance of Moon Knight.
Moon Knight.
And if you didn't buy it back in the day, or
a quarter, now you got to spend instead of 25 cents, you're going to spend $250
or more.
Yeah, and it's hard to find.
It's not like it's just some amazing issue, but again, we've talked about this before. It's the first appearance of a major character, and for a lot of people, are going to be like, Moon Knight's a major character. Yeah, maybe not, but
there's not a lot of Moon Knight fans out there, but I am, and it's like, man, it's a little too rich for my blood. I wish, I'm
going to get it someday, but it's not, it's not going to happen anytime soon. But you know what? I got the second appearance.
There he is.
Which is pretty cool. Moon Knight is kind of a cool character, and
it's like I always say Moon Knight's kind of like Marvel's version of Batman.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, but Moon Knight has 4 or 5 different identities, so he's kind of difficult to follow. When he got his own title in like 1980, I have I think he went 38 issues,
something like that,
and I have I need about 6 or 7 issues. I stopped at like issue 30, and I have issue 35. Now this is another good cover.
Yeah, this is
Werewolf by Night.
And then number 37, look who's back, Moon Knight, as well as the Hangman, as well as Dr. Glitter Knight again.
Actually, this is my last. I stand correct. I got to correct myself. That is my last issue. Yes.
Okay.
I only have 2, but yeah. I mean,
by the way, most of this artwork was Don Perlin, I believe, on a lot of these later ones here.
Look at that, man.
Very cool.
The next one I'm looking forward to. Still, the last issue at 25 cents before they jumped in price, which was September of 1975. Or, no, 76, I think they jumped. No, it was 75. 75. Yep.
So the Werewolf battles Brother Voodoo. Pretty cool.
Yep.
And Brother Voodoo's in this next issue as well as Dr. Glitter Knight, who just was like totally the main villain in so many of these latter Werewolf by Nights. It almost got to the point where it was like, all right, can we like
move on, get another new guy, new bad guy?
Yeah. So
this is a pretty cool looking cover.
It is.
I don't know who that guy is.
Fire Eyes.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Fire Eyes. It should be Laser Eyes.
Laser Eyes.
Fire.
And then the last two issues. So the Werewolf by Night ended with number 43, and they decided to bring Iron Man in for the last two.
Nice crossover there.
Yeah. The storylines, though, weren't great.
And they didn't bring this story into Iron Man as far as I know, because I have almost every issue of Iron Man, and there's no Werewolf by Night in there. Yeah. Not from this time frame. Yeah. These are 30-cent books. I have every 30-cent issue of Iron Man, and there's no crossover. Werewolf by Night is in the Iron Man issue, because if I did, I'd tell you.
Yeah. It got a little weird towards the end. You know, all of a sudden he can talk when he's the werewolf. He can fully function as Jack Russell in the way, like he could change at will. It really went downhill.
Reaching out in different directions.
But what are you going to do?
To a certain path with the character. Yeah. I guess they were reaching out, trying, experimenting, with stories.
Yeah. But so the giant size. So as you know,
showed this before.
We have shown this before. So
originally, I think it was on our number one issues.
I think so.
Yeah.
So originally they didn't give Werewolf by Night his own giant size kind of series. They originally started out with giant size creatures. We've showed you various other creatures and creatures on the loose and blah blah blah. So the first one was a team up with Werewolf by Night and Tigra.
Yep.
Funny thing is, he actually, as a werewolf, he falls for her and is totally attracted to her, and she's just when
we talked about our previous episode when we did number one issues, we talked about how she was the cat.
The cat, yeah.
And I think last time we showed this, we showed my copy because I picked it up at a Comic-Con. He was like, "You gotta get this.
You gotta get it.
It's hard to find." I was like, "Yeah, I'm all over this." So. Giant Size Werewolf number 2.
So now they change it officially to Giant Size Werewolf.
And I have this one because of the clash with Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Good had to get that. But this is the only one I have for Giant Size with Werewolf by Night.
And number 3. Okay.
Another nice cover.
It's in Transylvania.
Yeah.
All right. And then for number 4, guess who appears? Mr. Morbius.
Ah, gotta like it.
I faked you out there. You thought it was going to be Tomb of Dracula, right? No, sorry. And then the last one is number 5, and Peril of Pain Loss.
Definitely cool.
Yeah. So,
And only 50 cents in the day, back in the day. And it's got the year on it.
Yeah.
1975, I believe.
I don't know. But 68 big pages.
Yes.
Gotta love that. So
gotta like it.
More Werewolf by Night for your buck,
So that wraps up another version of our Halloween series on Comic Book Geezers. I'm Wild Bill saying thanks for joining us and see us next time.
And I am Pete. What do we got next?
You'll have to come back.
You have to come back. We've have
to bang heads and think about it, but we still have to do a Spider-Man from post 200 to 300.
We're plotting a Ghost Rider show.
Incredible Hulk will get there someday. Yes. Iron Man will get there someday. Who else?
Fantastic Four, perhaps?
Perhaps.
Avengers, perhaps?
Oh, Captain Marvel.
Oh, yes.
Captain Marvel.
Yes.
The Defenders.
Yes.
There's another one. And Thor. I got a nice Thor collection. So we got some ideas. If you love comics, you need to check out Comic Book Geezers.
Yes.
All right, guys.
And make sure you subscribe, and make sure you put feedback and comments in the comments section.
Yes.
And because we want to talk about what you guys want to see.
Yeah.
We've got
common interest in its comics.
Yeah.
We're all over it.
We got big collections, so we got plenty of stuff.
Love sharing it with you, and thanks for watching.
Yep.
I'm Wild Bill saying peace. Happy Halloween.
See you next time. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. Woo! See you.